Morning, Shellz. How you doing?
Good morning, Richie. Good morning, Bridge Nation. We're there.
How was the weekend, man?
Yeah, we give thanks, give thanks for the little rest,
Yeah,
man,
you got some of that.
Yes, sir.
I got a whole lot of that. How about you, Jody?
And it's great to see you here, sir, because, we rather you be in the chair, right?
Yeah.
We prefer that.
I missed you, too. Weekend was all right?
Yeah, man, I finally got some sleep.
Oh, good.
Well,
Good. And little stuffiness that was there last week has disappeared.
Yes.
My prayers obviously worked.
Amen.
DJ Audley, good morning, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, British Nation, I'm here. Yeah, man, I also got some rest, man. Well, let me tell you, we're going to tell you about it later. I made a trek last night.
There are some people that I know for years who have been like night owls. Mm-hmm. They're out until very, very late, no complaints. Mm-hmm. But more and more in recent times, I'm finding that some of my colleagues and friends are complaining a lot when they go out for even one night in 3 months. I did not call your name, DJ Audley. What's wrong with you?
Not the same, right, Audley? Not the same anymore, man. I know the feeling.
Listen,
man say, oh, Mr. What time you left, brother? Man say, 11 o'clock.
you want to know that late, too?
Anyhow, we're going to be here until 10 o'clock this morning. It's a Tuesday. I think it's day number 19.
Yes, it is.
When last I checked. This is Up and Go. You're on the bridge. What time is it?
It's time for WTF, and that's What the Fact.
That's right. 25 minutes now past 6 o'clock. Time to get inside of an interesting fact. There is an annual coffee break festival. Mm-hmm. Coffee break festival, yeah. Now, the story goes, for millions of people, the coffee break is a key but often underappreciated part of each day. To stop and give the break its proper due, the town of Stoughton, in a place in Wisconsin, they host an annual coffee break festival. The gathering includes coffee tastings, brew-offs, and bean spitting contests. Yeah. And you might ask the question, so why Stoughton? Well, according to city officials, the coffee break was born in the city in the late 1800s as women working at the local Gunderson Tobacco Warehouse began the ritual of pausing during the workday to brew up some coffee and have a little chat. And from the 1800s, it started, and even in today's world, they're still carrying it. Okay. This coffee break festival.
Nice.
I don't think there should be any coffee festival without some Blue Mountain coffee.
There. Simple.
Yeah. I wonder what Mr. Sangster would say about that. Yeah, but that sounds good. I wonder what the brew off is all about.
It's kind of like, I guess to see who makes the best coffee. Right?
Okay.
What I'm wondering is what I'm doing a bean spitting contest. I want to know that.
Try to see how far you can forcefully eject beans out of your mouth is what I would think.
Yeah, but really?
I guess the judges stand a far way off. You don't want that to connect in your forehead. But I think they're trying to make it nice and interesting.
Yeah, for everybody.
And we have a lot of coffee events here too. Mm-hmm. And they might even want to emulate some of those.
Not the last one there.
Yeah, you're not vibing that.
I think we can do without that one there.
The bean spitting.
The bean spitting contest. I think we're all right.
Yeah, all right. No worries. That was, of course, WTF.
What the fact?
And today we looked at the annual Coffee Break Festival that's staged in Stoughton in Wisconsin. It's time for Update. There are many stories out there that we will indeed give you the very latest that we have on them. That's what we do right here at 6:30 in the morning time. Update is on.
Good morning. So, I always go first. And I'm sharing this update with you. Not nice give dancehall a cool reminder with new juggling rhythm. After lamenting bitterly in 2021 that dancehall music has become too singles driven and calling for more juggling rhythms, so 2022 acclaimed producer Not Nice has taken matters into his own hands. According to King Midas producer, he has set the ball a rolling with a new juggling rhythm to harken back his musical Well, the time, one of them time there. If anybody will know about the juggling system, it's very different, and I think like everybody can participate on the rhythm, right? And it have a different kind of vibe and flavor to it. So Not Nice is like, we want that back for dancer. We want back that era. We want back that niceness. Yeah. So that's what he's doing right now with the rhythm, which is called juggling rhythm.
All right. Big up Not Nice. Big up youth.
Well needed. I think it's well needed.
Yeah.
Boy. That one, as a football fan, you know me. I wanna reach me, you see me? Even though I'm my baller, I want big baller. And that's what I mean. So Cristiano Ronaldo and his partner Georgina, they're going through a tough time right now. They lost, so Cristiano had twins on the way. A lot of people run jokes which say Cristiano start a football club of his own. He's doing his thing over there.
Right.
But sadly, he had twins on the way. But one of the twins, they passed.
Wow.
He was supposed to have a boy and a girl, and their baby boy passed. So his partner Georgina, she shared that it is with our deepest sadness we have to announce that our baby boy has passed away. It is the greatest pain that any parent can feel. Only the birth of our baby girl gives us the strength to live this moment with some hope and happiness. We would like to thank the doctors and nurses for all their expert care and support. We are all devastated at this loss, and we kindly ask for privacy at this very difficult time. Our baby boy, you are our angel. We will always love you. And to further, just to go on in terms of, for those who are wondering if Ronaldo will be playing against Liverpool later, because Manu will be playing Liverpool, he will be missing that game for obvious reasons. Condolences and strength goes out to Ronaldo and his family.
Really, really sad news.
Yeah.
But as he said in one of his posts, at least the baby girl is alive.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so he does have something to be thankful for.
That's right.
All right, thank you for that. Now, Rihanna and A$AP Rocky have been in the news. There was a vicious rumor that started circulating just ahead of the Easter weekend that they had broken up. I think the blogger or whomever came up with the story has been named.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So it was a Drake.
No, it wasn't Drake. It wasn't Drake at all. Yeah. So Rihanna, of course, and A$AP Rocky, who is also having Bayesian origins. A$AP. Yeah.
Yeah, A$AP as well.
Yeah, man. So they actually went down to Barbados, and we see where she was actually greeted and welcomed into the island by the family of A$AP Rocky. And they had a loving embrace walking through the airport. Videos are supporting that, and so on. So there was this vicious rumor that came out that A$AP is dating or cheated on Riri with a luxury shoe designer by the name of Amina Maudi. And she was quiet at first. And then she decided to put out a statement. She says, I've always believed that an unfounded lie spread on social media doesn't deserve any response or clarification, especially one that is so vile. I initially assumed that this fake gossip fabricated with such malicious intent would not be taken seriously. However, says Miss Maudi, in the last 24 hours, I've been reminded that we live in a society that is so quick to speak on topics regardless of factual basis, and that anything or nothing in fact is off limits, not even during what should be one of the most beautiful and celebrated times in one's life. I suspect she's referring to Rihanna's pregnancy. Yeah. Therefore, she says, I have to speak up at this, as this is not only directed towards me, but it is related to people I have a great amount of respect and affection for. While Ree is continuing to live her serene, best-dressed pregnancy life, and I go back to my business, I wish everyone a beautiful Easter weekend. That is what Miss Maudi put out.
Yeah.
Really, really to the point.
Yeah.
A beautiful statement. And shutting down that darn B lie.
That's so disgusting, though.
Very disgusting.
Because Rihanna is pregnant, so at this point she's so very pregnant. At any time she can pop. You don't want to put a pregnant woman under that type of stress.
No.
Negativity there.
Yeah.
Let go that.
So it's all good.
Yeah, man.
And that rumor has turned out to be just that.
Quickly died.
And it died a natural death. That was Update. And we thank you for listening. We have to get to this.
Our proverb of the day. So I'll be reading the proverb of the day this morning, guys. So it says, thank you, now buy half-baked bread. I can't bother. So it says, thank you, now buy half-baked bread. Wait.
Where is this from?
This is from Jamaica, actually.
Really?
You know, and I was
Half
like,
bit.
what, half bit?
Half bit. Half a bread.
Prehistoric
Okay.
reference.
This is me breaking it down, by the way. But you know me and Proverbs already. Thank you, not by
Bit.
half a bread. Sound like it, I try to say thank you isn't enough in certain situations. No.
Right.
All right.
See? Look at that thinking boy over there.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
The actual, the actual
Didn't even
meaning,
have to look at the script.
No.
right?
Didn't have
Look
to.
at you. So the meaning is payment is more useful than expressions of gratitude.
Oh, yes.
Okay then.
So thank you. Well, me that's a thank you. Not by half a bread, but I guess the bit. I don't know what the bit is. I don't know,
Yeah.
but you know, patois is very precious and
Yes.
and diverse. So
That's right.
we leave it right there. So thank you, not by half bit bread. So and the meaning is payment is more useful than expressions of gratitude. Yes, sometimes
agree.
I'd prefer 100 grand or 200 grand than thank you. No, true.
I'd rather say
Like,
thank you
as a
after
matter
me
of
get the
fact, that
100
is-
grand.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, that is thank you. Yeah, like a drop. I said, Jody, you know, some send your money. Yo,
Thank you.
thank you.
No, we can buy a whole of bread.
Yes. What are your thoughts, oddly,
No, but-
Richie?
But I don't look at 20 grand thing around here. You hear that?
Well, it all depends on if that particular person you never get a thank you from, and you finally get it.
Yes.
Understand?
Yeah.
There's some cases.
All
There's some
right.
cases.
Payment is more useful than expressions of gratitude. Okay.
Sometimes. it
Sometimes,
is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I agree with
Okay.
that. So we head over to our pet peeve. And for those who may be joining us for the first time here on Up and Go, pet peeves are things that others do that you might find annoying, irritating, or even upsetting.
Yes, sir.
And we have a pet peeve to share with you this morning.
One of my pet peeves is I think is when persons do not put the monies properly. So for example, not placing head to head, I think it kind of annoys me because the money is not organized. So yes, that's one of my pet peeves.
Oh,
Okay.
well, lad.
Well,
I feel like that's a pet. I feel like that's OCD.
That's about to say that sound like OCD.
That's OCD. But if that's his pet peeve, that's fine. Thank you so much for sharing your pet peeve with us,
Yeah, I
listener.
know.
When you're handling money,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like it makes one, it reduces the amount of errors that you can make when they're
Yes.
properly organized.
My mom
Okay.
does
And
it.
it's a much neater arrangement. It enhances counting as well.
No.
And so I have actually taken a position where when my staff is handing me funds, they have to be properly organized.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go
Oh.
as far as saying it's a pet
Pet-
peeve. That's
Okay.
why I prefaced it by saying, here
Yeah.
are the benefits
Benefits
of
of
having
doing so.
organizing it. Yeah.
Because my mom had a bar and she cooked,
Uh-huh,
cook shop.
right,
So
uh-huh.
I used to see her do that where
Yeah, yeah.
she would say, fix the money. And I'm
Uh-huh.
like, Mom, what is money? Just count the
I
money.
see the problem.
But I guess like if that's what you do,
Mm-hmm.
and you want to be accurate and you don't want to lose any money, you do that. But
Yeah, yeah.
I
as long
think
as me have the money,
Yeah,
it
I think-
matter. But yeah,
I think I'm not handling enough
as long
money.
as the money,
I love your honesty.
it don't matter really.
Yo, Jody, I say, yo, it don't matter which side it
It
was.
don't matter if the head the up and then the tail the
I actually got some change back at a place where I bought something recently, and I was standing at the counter a little bit longer, and somebody was like, "You got through, sir?" Yes, I got through. I'm just organizing the funds because the money that I got has changed.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're all mixed up on
Yeah,
So I if you check my Billy, I don't have a lot of money, obviously, but the little that I have, I always make sure that they're all the
Organized.
heads are the
Yes,
same.
right.
And in addition to that, I go to another extent where the bigger note is to the back, and then you build forward.
Yeah, my
Alright,
big
I agree
note
with
of
that.
them.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
have
yeah.
a different
Yeah, we can work with that.
compartments.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
That
That
also-
makes sense.
No, not you. You too.
Yeah,
that- I work
that
with
makes
that.
sense.
I
We
am
work with
like
that.
that.
I separate
Yeah.
the big cause I know if anything I lost, not the big
Yeah.
amounts.
No. And another
So-
thing, very important point, you have to organize your money because guess what? Suppose a piece of money you get,
All that
Yeah.
too?
Ah.
I mean,
Oh.
a bad money you get.
True.
Money we need some tape up.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've nothing.
I mean, hold on. You go out and you go get, you know, you give somebody that money, and they must say, wait, you do? I pass off a piece of money.
That's true. That's so true, oddly.
Yeah, well, that's right.
Right now, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Bridge 99 FM, we actually will be having a very special guest. We've been telling you about her appearance this morning. Just to set the background for you, medical personnel are concerned that the Wholeness Administration has been over hasty in scrapping pre-testing requirements for entry into the island and lifting the mask mandate in enclosed public spaces amid still high rates of transmission in key tourism markets. We see where the president of the Jamaica Medical Doctors Association, Dr. Mindi Fitz Henley, has been commenting. And she says the population should be cognizant that any rise in the United States cases will eventually filter here in Jamaica. She says, despite the fact that we are seeing a downward trend in daily COVID-19 infections, it does appear that this move is premature. And so we want to pick up with that as we say good morning and welcome once again to Up and Go, Dr. Mindi Fitz Henley. Hi, Doc. How are you doing today?
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
We are doing
Fine,
well.
thank you.
Myself, Richie B, and Shellz is also here with me. Doc, first off, what are the possible effects of the government lifting the pre-testing requirements and the mask mandate at this time?
Well, we're very concerned, especially about the mask mandate. Initially, there wasn't much said about the masks at hospitals, health centers, or other places where persons could be sick and seeking medical attention. Since then, we have gotten a document stating that the masks will continue at those institutions, and so we're very grateful for that because that was a big concern. There's never been a question about the efficacy of masks. We know that when adequately worn, it has been able to protect our members throughout this entire pandemic, and that is what has enabled us to continue working on, to be able to help the population. So we're grateful for that guidance that came through the Ministry of Health, I believe it was a few days ago. And so our members feel a lot more secure in that way. But in terms of for the general population, it is a concern because, we are still seeing COVID cases. And initially, we did know that persons were not wearing their masks adequately. If you were supposed to be driving down the street, many persons were not wearing masks. And so, we are concerned about the spread of COVID still. So to go from persons, not really following the rules to them not having to wear masks any at all, we are concerned that we could have an increasing numbers again. We are 100% aware that we need to find a way to live with COVID. We are sure of that fact. But we believe that going from masking to zero completely is where we have a concern.
So the medical personnel have been using terms like the government was over hasty. It begs the question, was there consultation with the medical profession before this decision was taken?
Well, all decisions are made with the consultation of the chief medical officer as well as with all of the epidemiologists and public health specialists. So we always follow their guidance, and so it's usually the science that kind of directs the decisions made. Now, we would not have been in those meetings. As we said, the chief medical officer,
yes,
is the lead doctor for the island. And so she's usually the one that would guide these decisions.
Okay. We know that there has been a spike in COVID cases in China and even in parts of the United States of America. Shouldn't we here be a bit more cautious then in terms of things like pre-testing requirements from visitors?
And the same thing is happening in the UK, Canada, other places. And so, especially we have direct flights coming in.
Yes.
It's usually about 2 to 3 weeks after what's going on in those countries that we tend to see an increase here. That is what has been going on for the last 2 years. So it's not really a shock when it happens here. But you see, it's difficult for us to compare ourselves to these countries because those places have very high vaccination rates our vaccination rate is poor. And so the coverage that they would have, we don't have here. So although they're seeing increased numbers and not much of an increase in hospitalization, we can't necessarily say that we'd follow that trend, because what's keeping people out of the hospitals is their vaccination rates. And we don't have that protection here. And so we are concerned that we could have an increase in hospitalization, which is what we don't want. One person dying is one too many. You know, we have seen the repercussions that have occurred unlike anyone else. You know, it's very difficult to watch persons come in begging for you to save their life and knowing that no matter what we're doing, we may lose them. And so that's what we're trying to prevent. And so people may call us, overly dramatic, and that we need to find a way to just live with COVID. And we agree, we need to find a way, but it cannot be at the expense of other person's life.
I agree. I completely agree. Now, Dr. Fitz Henley, you mentioned, our poor vaccination rates. Sadly, we only have about 24% of Jamaicans, that are fully vaccinated. Is there a percentage that you think would have been a better starting point other than here at 24% before we lift all these requirements? Is there a percentage that you would have been more comfortable with?
Well, from the beginning, our experts had said that we were aiming for 60%. That was what we were trying to do. We have very good vaccination rates against other illnesses. And so we were really hoping that we could try and achieve these numbers. However, as we know, that has not occurred. And so what we need to do now is find a solution. And what they have been doing is that all of our health centers, the majority of our large health centers are also vaccinating. And so when persons come to seek medical attention for other issues, they're able to offer them the COVID vaccine. What we did predict, and it has been occurring, is that because persons need to be vaccinated to go to other countries, we find that persons who were initially hesitant are running to come and get their vaccine so that they can travel. Now, that's not necessarily why we would have wanted someone to choose to get vaccinated, but we'll take it, because every person vaccinated can help them to prevent death. And that's really what we're trying to do.
Yeah. Doc, before you go, I have to ask this one also. We know that many Jamaicans have become less cautious since the removal of these mandates. What word of advice would you leave with us this morning?
Well, we want to remind persons that COVID is very much still here. And although it may be a mild case for some, all the studies worldwide are showing that there is an increase in long COVID, that there are symptoms that can linger for 6 months to even longer. We are seeing the repercussions of that. If you remember what happened with Zika and Chip V, even for persons who had mild cases, for months later, persons still were troubled with joint pain, with a lot of other illnesses. And so, we have to remember that viral illnesses can have repercussions after the fact. And so we want persons to remember that they need to protect themselves. We have a culture of being very close to persons, not really, ensuring personal space. People are always bungled up in locations. So we want persons to remember that they need to take personal responsibility. And I think that's what people are forgetting, is that we need you to take responsibility for yourself. And so we need you to ensure that you are washing your hands, that you are staying socially distant. And most importantly, if you are sick, we need you to stay home. If you're going to come and seek medical attention, please ensure that you're wearing your mask, because that not only will protect you, but it will also protect the healthcare workers who need to be able to be at work and to continue to help other persons. And it's not just COVID we're treating now. We're seeing a lot of the ramifications of it. And so we need persons to remember that we need our healthcare workers and the entire healthcare team to be well enough to be able to continue to treat our other chronic illnesses that are also on the rise.
Dr. Mindi Fitz Henley, thank you so very much. And you have a wonderful day.
Thank you, you too.
All right, much appreciated. All right, it's time for us now to get inside of our Secret Sound game.
Yep.
And this has been running for a few days now. Let's see what happens this morning. First of all, we're going to remind you of what the Secret Sound is. Can you identify the sound? That's the sound that we ask you to identify. Give us a call right now, and the number is 876-676-4996. If you correctly identify our secret sound, we've got a gift basket for you.
Oh, boy.
Much to Shellz's chagrin, but
Oh, boy.
you know how it is.
Yeah.
Let's go to the telephone lines right now and see if we've got a winner. Good morning, you're on the air. Welcome. This is Up and Go on the Bridge.
Good morning, Richie.
Good morning, Angie. How you doing?
I'm doing great. And you?
I'm doing well. Had a good Easter weekend, mostly quiet, but got some rest, and we're feeling quite energized this morning. Hope you're doing well also.
Yes, I am doing well.
Wonderful. Any bun and cheese left in the house, by the way?
Yes, yes, Richie, there is.
Well, for running a Clarendon in us, so make sure you
yeah.
one slice about it. You don't have to have a big, broad slice. It can be a thin slice.
Oh, yeah.
It was bun and fish.
A bun and fish.
Whoa.
What?
Fancy.
I had them both, but I had them separately.
Fancy.
All right. You heard the sound, Angie. What is your answer?
Yes, I'm thinking it's the hurricane wind.
You think it's the hurricane.
Yeah, the wind from the hurricane, yeah.
You didn't say Gilbert.
I'll take more iPhone.
You don't even have to be specific because
Okay.
there's another sound that is not a hurricane but just hits you just as hard.
Well, I heard you guys mention some names a while ago. Better never hear about hurricane. Wah, wah, wah.
Now it's gone in the history books. Oh, sorry, Angie.
Blessings, Angie.
Have a good day. Leave a slice of bun. All right. Moving on to our next caller. Good morning. This is Morning Radio at its very best. Welcome to Up and Go. You're on the Bridge 99 FM. Do you have the correct answer for a secret sound game? Morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
Morning.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
This is for
Good.
me. Who's this?
I guess you must can get through this by now.
This one I Miss Confidential, isn't it?
That is
That's
correct.
right. All right, morning
The
again.
answer is close enough to the other person, you know. So
Uh,
I'm just gonna say it and finish. Is it a snowstorm blizzard?
It's a snowstorm or blizzard.
Yes.
I actually thought you said lizard.
We're deliberating with the judges.
No.
Nah. Hush, Miss Confidential. Good try.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
I was saying nah,
Nah.
and
See,
Shellz
we-
was saying quack quack.
Yeah, you try to remix it.
So I tried to do a
Nah,
remix.
nah.
Now. Okay, let's take another call and see if we can find a winner. Good morning. Welcome to Up and Go. You're on the bridge. Hello.
Yes, good morning, Lucy.
Hi, how you doing?
Morning.
Not bad. How are you, darling?
We're doing well. Is this Dion?
No, this is your best friend and classmate.
Your best friend and classmate, Richie.
Me?
No, from Pittsfield.
From
Oh,
Titchfield, Richie.
okay then.
Hey.
Yeah. This is Rodney Walters.
Alrighty then. What's up? How are you?
Blast,
Not
blast.
bad. How are you?
We're doing well.
Yeah, today's my birthday.
Today's your birthday?
Happy Earth Strong.
My birthday.
Happy birthday. You deserve to win.
Mm-hmm.
And
Really?
I want you to win.
Yeah.
And it's not even time for clues yet.
Nope.
So I can just hope and pray that you come through victorious this morning.
Yeah. I was wondering if you could give me a clue as to where you're directing that sound to, because I have a few ideas.
All right, here's the clue. It gets louder. Almost to a crescendo. What sound is that?
All right. I've never been to certain countries yet, but from watching the documentary as your co-host was talking about and stuff like that, I've ever been watching some type of documentary where you have the bayou, where the swamp marshlands and stuff like that, and you go because it's out in the open and out in certain places, you hear this certain type of atmospheric sound that comes at you. Is it that
Oh, I see you.
She
You're
pays a
thinking.
she pays a lot of attention
She's
to detail.
thinking. She's thinking. You know, Richie. Say I want to sing a happy birthday song for her.
Yeah, I think you
I
should.
will.
I think
Are
it's
you
start,
listening?
how it start.
Wah, wah, wah.
Sorry. Still love you. Take care. Try again, all right? Let's go to our final caller. And let's see if we can get a winner. Good morning. Welcome to the Secret Sound game.
Good morning.
Good morning, Cunis.
Cunis in the building.
No, it's not Cuny.
It's not Cunis? Who's this?
It's Hamilton.
Hamilton.
The time and
Okay.
Okay.
We just wanted to see if you remember the name.
If you remember it.
I'm just kidding. Okay, Hamilton. Good
What's
to hear
your
from
answer?
you. How are you doing?
I'm okay.
All right. You really sound like Eunice. Okay, Hamilton. You heard the sound several times. What's your answer?
Is it underwater recording of a submarine?
Underwater recording of a submarine. Oh, boy.
Good
This man
try.
is thinking. Thinking.
Good try.
Here's what we're thinking.
Wah, wah, wah.
Sorry, Hamo.
Try, Amo.
Yeah, take care, bro. All the best to you.
Wow.
Yeah. 22 now before the hour of 8 o'clock. You know, I feel like I'm living a better life than Elon Musk.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, why?
I'm going to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Elon Musk is the richest man in the world.
Right.
And Elon Musk does not own a home.
Oh.
Yeah. He says right now he's actually rotating around friends' spare rooms. He doesn't own a home. The world's richest man. He owns yachts. He takes vacations and he has planes and so on, but he doesn't own a home. And he just goes from friend to friend, catching their spare room for a few days. I don't know what's the rationale behind that.
Hold on, let me have Hold on. Half I show God, me a pack up right now.
No, and Jody, we are here through the. You know, it was hard to hear them on the other side. But as you Jody through the glass, he not come live with me.
Just in case you're thinking I'm making this up, I'm going to give you a quotation. He actually said these words, and I quote, "I don't even own a place right now. I'm literally staying at friends' place," he said in a video interview. He was talking to Chris Anderson of one of the networks. He says, "If I travel to the Bay Area, San Francisco and those places, which is where most of Tesla's engineering is, I basically rotate through friends' spare bedrooms." That is what Elon Musk is saying. This man is valued at $251 billion US dollars. By the way, a whole of that is not cash. Because even people are saying he's offering $43 billion for Twitter. But he might have difficulty in terms of coming up with cash for that because a lot of his wealth is tied up in stocks. So he's not like cash rich, you'd say, but he has a lot of value that he can convert. So he's still the richest man in the world, but he doesn't own a home. And I find that strange. There are some economists who actually put forward an argument that cash is king, and so it's best to have cash at all times and not necessarily tie your money up. I've heard an economist actually say that rather than tying your money up into paying a mortgage or doing maintenance and all this kind of stuff, which your landlord would maybe do. They feel that it's best to pay rent. I heard that said. I don't buy the argument, but it has been said. I don't know if that is the concept that Elon is pushing. But the man don't own a home.
They man have spaceship on a yard.
Shellz, can you imagine?
Hey,
catching on people's rooms.
The man they know a different world.
No, is that
man is ahead of time, so we'll see.
We will see what we will see. All right, we inform, we educate, and we entertain. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, right. I smiled. It feels like a long distance relationship. One of those ones where you're so excited back in the day with a calling card. Shellz, you don't know nothing about the calling card days.
I have no idea what you're talking about. No.
Exactly. I know you don't. Richie, you know what it's like. Remember, you had to get it and scratch a pin and run and go call your boo.
Yeah,
and then the time was done. By the time they actually answered, and God forbid they didn't answer, you lost like a whole 5,000 minutes. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. Long time ago, mind you.
Wow. Yes.
Very, very long time.
Back in the day.
Yeah, I tell you. How you all doing up there in T.O.?
The truth? The truth?
Yeah. Honest truth.
We had a snowstorm yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I saw images of it. Come to think of it. Yeah.
And honestly, talking to people in the Caribbean is the hardest thing. I called back home. I called my cousin. She's in Barbados from London. And she's like, "Oh, I'm going to see Depths to Depths in Mesha, Montana right now at 2 o'clock at Orchard Park." And I'm like, Oh my goodness. Like I would do anything for that to be, outdoors, hear your favorite artist, have a nice drink,
yeah.
cooler fete. And then I said, let me call my boy. He's in Antigua. He's like, oh, I was at Roadhouse. We had some chowder last night. He's like, but I'm not going to tell you because I don't want to upset you. I was like, oh, thanks.
Okay.
So now I'm talking to you guys, and I'm like, this is a sign from God. I need to go somewhere warm.
Yeah. You're flying solo again, is it?
I am.
So
I got DJ Ritz with me, though. I got my DJ, so I'm never solo.
Morning,
I'm
Ritz.
never
Big up
solo.
yourself, Ritz.
Yeah.
Big up Ritz. His mic is over there.
We're going to hear from Ritz in a short while from now.
We are. So how you guys doing?
How was the Easter weekend for you?
Pretty good. I got some gluten-free bun
Oh, yeah?
It's the second time
from
I'm hearing
Lala's
this.
Kitchen. Yeah, I'm going to try it. So there's no flour in it. And she said she perfected it with cornstarch and, some, I think, rice flour, like some different ingredients.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you guys don't sound too...
No,
I've never had that one.
Gluten-free bun?
Yeah, I've never had it.
I'm sure
I
somebody in
had other
Jamaica
types
makes
of
it.
bun.
Yeah.
No one
You
talk.
got bun?
No one talk about it now, though.
Shellz is about to tell us. Shellz is about
Wow.
to tell us the kind of bun that he's been getting
Tell us.
What?
at Easter.
Yeah.
I'm really good at helping out in that kind of department, so talk to me.
Okay, well, before I forgot to talk to you off here. So now me and stutter.
Okay.
But fun fact, I don't do the buns with raisins.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
He picks
I
them
don't-
out.
Me too.
Yeah. Oh,
Really?
The consistency, it's like...
thank you.
Come on.
Yes.
Red.
Yes.
See that?
The consistency.
You're missing out on a fantastic part of that.
Really?
That
I don't think so. We good.
No.
We
Cringe.
good. Thank you. Thank
Push them
you.
out.
Lord have mercy. Let me ask you:
Yeah.
do you also pick out the peas out of your rice and peas?
Stop it. Stop
Because
it.
there are people who do that, and they also the ones who pick out the raisins out of the buns.
No,
different-
I've never heard of
different
people
things. Two
picking
different
out
crazy
peas
people.
out of the
Two
rice. Then
different
why
type of
even
crazy
have
people.
it?
Yeah, they
Right.
do that.
Two different
It's
type
the
of
same
crazy.
way I'm asking you: why do you take the raisins out of the bun?
It's a different type of crazy. The
Because
rice
the
and peas.
consistency, it doesn't go with it. You know
Thank
what I mean?
you.
Oh gosh.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
No.
Yeah. Give me the bun without the raisins.
Your buns
Yes.
should cost half the price, man. Because
I
that's
agree.
the
I
agree.
ingredient.
Yo, that is like taking the meat out of the patty.
Wow.
All
Who
right,
said
Oddly.
that?
Oddly.
I saw him gone. Dramatic.
Oddly taking the meat out of the patty?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Man,
Yeah, that's all.
It's like taking the tail out of the ox.
Yeah.
Is that
Hold
what
on.
it is?
No, you're talking.
The rum out of the
is like
coke?
that.
I can go on forever.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Hey, by the way, if you plan to come to Jamaica at Easter time, Oterius is the place to go because that is where all the parties are held, Red. And
Right.
there were numerous parties in Oterius, and it caused some serious problems with traffic.
Yes.
Yeah, like
Really?
people were in traffic for hours. I saw a post where there was one of the parties, FOF.
Yeah.
And
Festival of
somebody
Floats.
from Kingston says, imagine I made my way to FOF and all I could get to was to KFC.
What's the KFC, which is miles away same way?
Oh my goodness, I could deal some Jamaican KFC right now. Why are you telling me that? That spicy KFC. You know, let me tell you, Jamaica, the Caribbean has the best KFC.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Do you do
And you
skin?
guys have corn, everything.
Yeah.
Do you get skin-free chicken at those stores up there?
No, it comes with the skin. Isn't that the whole point of
Really?
like the
Thank you.
KFC?
No, but I remove the skin actually.
Yeah,
Why,
I mean,
Richie?
Yeah.
you remove piece or whatever, but at least
I don't
like,
remove
put the
peas.
skin on there.
Some
No?
people do, but I don't. No, I don't do that. Neither do I take raisin out of bun.
Judging my raisin picking.
But
Yeah.
You know, share the skin.
See why we can never be together.
there are some restaurants though that you can get
Right.
skin-free chicken, and I actually like it because I don't need that skin. I think
No, you
it's
don't
all
need to
fat.
eat it, but
Yeah.
it keeps it moist, and you know,
Yeah.
and all the vegetarians right now are like throwing up their breakfast. So
Oh.
all the vegans are like, what are these two talking about?
So when is the
I
weather?
gotta get back.
When is the weather going to check though? Because I was surprised when I saw images yesterday of this snow that was going on. When is it
Right.
likely to ease?
That's what everybody wants to know.
July.
Well, actually, today we're expecting it's only going up to a high of 5 degrees, and they said that right across Canada, that's cooler temperatures than usual.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we're looking at a high of 10 degrees. Thursday a high of 16, and then pretty much 14 degrees. And then the good news is Sunday, a high of 18, but then Monday back down to 8. So welcome to our world.
That's shorts weather for me, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once we get double digits, Ritz hits the shorts.
Okay.
I might join you on Sunday with shorts.
Yeah.
Shots.
Short Sundays.
Shots.
Yeah. I'm like,
No, I will be wearing regular shorts. Red can do the shorts.
but
that's not for sugar daddies though.
Sugar daddies. I'm not even that far yet. I know my DMs are like, "What are you gonna wear, Red?" I'm like, actually, I have some new clothing sponsors, so I'm gonna try out some new things.
Red's outfit is like a big draw at the club. Believe it. Big draw.
I can see that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Wow. On to other things. What's the topic of the day, Richie B? What's the topic?
The topic?
Yes.
Shellz got it.
I do?
You guys are still on Easter vibes.
No, a lot of people just recuperating right now. You know, a lot of people went to this huge party last night, and I don't know. And most of them have worked this morning, so God go with them. Yeah. I don't know how they did that.
Where was the party? Tell me about it.
It was downtown Kingston.
Yeah, man, I did.
DJ Audie was there. So he can give us a live report.
Yeah, man.
There were a lot of ladies.
Listen
Wow.
to me.
I'm told.
99.9% females.
Woo!
Wow.
Let me tell you.
What kind of party is that?
One
cool
Shellz
outfit.
was
I
digging.
love soca.
It's a cool outfit called I Love Soca.
Oh, was it Private Ryan's?
Yeah, I think he.
Yeah, I think it was Ryan's.
He was there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Back to basics.
Nice.
Couple of DJs.
Yeah, we had a couple of our local guys, I think.
It was right on the waterfront downtown Kingston, and it looked like it packed in several thousand people. In Jamaican currency at $6,000 a pop. It must have been a successful event for the promoter.
Yes, it was.
And a very good look. People are really wanting to go back out, many of the parties on the weekend, especially those, as we mentioned, in Ocho Rios, where there were several events, and all of them were well supported.
There was even a party that had flood out, but people danced in the flood. Yeah, it's like, might as well. We're there.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
And they just went on.
Yeah, non-stop in the rain. Rain or shine.
You know what? Sometimes those are the best parties in the Caribbean, like especially carnival time.
You know.
When it rains and then you hear something like "Soca, I love," you know, like you know that's one, Masha Montano. Yeah. You're taking me back. I'm really jealous. You know, I think a lot of us, because of COVID and just the hassle of traveling, a lot of us kind of got stuck in the boat. You know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, I don't know if I want to travel this or that, and it's like. You kind of have to. I think it's important, especially if that's something that you enjoy doing.
Yeah.
You have to get out there and do it. So we actually have some exciting news coming up on Flow 98.7, which I can't talk about. But wink, 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 wink.
Wink, wink, wink.
Yes, it's going to be a good one.
All right, sounds good. So where Rihanna went back home with A$AP Rocky, and the rumors have been put to rest about their split. There's no such thing. They went back and hung out in Barbados for the Easter weekend, looking really good, like a wonderful couple. That's a good look.
It reminds me of when my ex messed up and we went back to Barbados and hung out and looked like a good couple. I don't know about that story. I think there's a little. Listen, they both worked with Amina Muaddi, and the shoes that I was wearing on my IG on my birthday, the one with the like martini glass bottom, that's by Amina Muaddi.
Wow.
So they both collabed with her on separate projects. I don't know what to believe, but
Red's still skeptical.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I'm really sad for her because, in general, you don't really need all this stress, whether it's true or not, while you're pregnant, right?
True.
But
Certainly
I'm
not.
She'll straighten him out back home.
If you go back, if you go back with your ex, you said. Make sure that he's holding on to you like A$AP held on to Rihanna going through the airport.
Makes sense.
It
And
was a
on
good
that
look.
note, we're going to end the show. Thank you, Richie B. Shellz. It's been a great one.
Yeah, man, no problem.
DJ
Take care,
Omri,
Red. Take
DJ
care.
Ritz, Flow 98.7.
Bridge 99 FM. All right. It's always fun having Red
Yeah.
and Jay Martin, who is on leave,
Yeah.
and Ritz
Yes,
has
sir.
been connected with Toronto, Canada. Yeah, it's a good look. Lots of Jamaicans in TO.
Yeah.
And I tell you, they look forward to this segment.
Nice.
So we give thanks, you know what I mean? We have the marketing manager at Lasco Financial Services Limited. She is here to talk to us about Lasco Money transfers. We understand that Lasco Money offers remittance services from money transfer providers, including MoneyGram, RIA, and Boss Money Transfer. They are the number one, I repeat, the number one remittance agent for MoneyGram and RIA money transfer services in Jamaica. And I can tell you a little bit more. They are the only agent for Boss Money Transfer. Lasco Money agents are strategically located in areas that provide quick and convenient service nearest to your homes, your businesses, and on your daily routes.
Nice.
So having said that, it's now time for us to welcome Danielle Drysdale, Marketing Manager at Lasco Financial Services Limited. Good morning, Danielle.
Morning.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
I am well.
Okay, I understand that you've been... Sorry?
I was saying, how is everyone? How is the team?
We are doing very well, and we're happy to have you. I understand you were enjoying, or is it the foreplay feature that Danielle was enjoying?
Yes, I was. Brought back some memories.
Right.
Okay, then. No further details required, Danielle. But in all seriousness, I want to thank you. You were all over our coverage of Carifta, the Carifta games, which we thoroughly enjoyed. And we now obviously have established a partnership with you and your company. Tell us a little bit more about Lasco Money Remittance Services.
Oh my God, Richie B, let me tell you something. If anyone knows the history of Lasco Financial Services, they know that we started out with the legacy of MoneyGram. But our customers have been saying that they want so much more. So we have sought out to provide options for our customers. And that's pretty much what we have been doing over the years. And under that umbrella, you have the big car, the big engine, which is Lasco Financial Services. But then Lasco Money Transfer is just one of the cogs in the wheel that provides those services for our customers.
Yes.
So we have MoneyGram, we have IDT, Boss Money. Some persons will say Boss Money, IDT, Boss Money. It's the same service. And we have RIA Money Transfer. All of these services, we provide the opportunity for customers to pick up at any one of our agents. We have over 130 agents island-wide. And actually, when you were reading before about we being the largest, that's what makes us even the largest in the Caribbean.
Oh, fantastic.
We have the most, yes, especially for MoneyGram, we have the most agent locations in the Caribbean. Yeah. So we provide those services for our customers, and it's just to give them options. We do know that a lot of our Jamaican families rely on remittance. So just giving them options and convenience as well.
Yes.
You're at work or you're out and about and you get that text message, that WhatsApp message, and you get to say, we send the money. And the convenience is that wherever you are, you can always either turn around the corner or go down the road and there's a Lasco Money agent nearby for you to pick up.
Yeah, it really is fair to say that you are, I'd say, in every nook and cranny across the island, numerous locations, and I like the fact that they're strategically located as well, near to persons' homes or their businesses and along popular routes. Right. When one is going to do a transaction, though, what do they need to take with them to whether send or receive money at these locations, Danielle?
Okay, so predominantly, or most of our customers receive, we ask that they take their ID, a valid ID. We know some persons may be going through some kind of a challenge now, especially with the electoral ID. So for that reason, once you have a valid letter from the EOJ, we'll accept that. But your passport, your driver's license, and your TRN. Of course, if you have your driver's license, you don't need your TRN, right? So we ask that you take that. However, there are circumstances where customers may be receiving a little bit more than, once you hit 200,000, we may ask for a little bit more documentation. So at that point, our customers would be required to bring in a second ID or a letter from a JP. We also accept those. So it's pretty standard, it's pretty simple. We ask that when you go to any of our agent locations, just make sure that you have the necessary documents ready. You can visit our website lascojamaica.com/financial. It has all the information there in terms of what you will need also. So double check before you go to the agent location.
All right. Love what I'm hearing. Morning again. Danielle, Shellz here. All right. So I'm seeing that, Lasco Money is the only agent for boss money, right? So that, but for boss money transfer, that's not normal. Also, but what I'm seeing here is that there's a boss money app. Can you tell us about that?
Okay, so Boss, IDT, Boss Revolution, they have their own app. Boss is known to Jamaicans, especially in the diaspora, for phone cards. So if you know anybody back in the day who used to go and buy those $2 phone cards to call back home, that was Boss. So they have expanded into Remittance, and therefore they have an app where you can, the sender can use the app to send. They're available, other than the app, they're available within 50 states across the United States. So there's the app that your sender can use in the US, or they can visit locations in the US to send. And then you visit our agent locations to pick up. So currently we only provide pick up or receive for IDT Boss.
Okay, got you. I'm not too certain which of my colleagues, whether it's DJ Audley or Shellz, but we understand that there's a transaction valued at somewhere in the region of $200,000 that one of them, Danielle, will be collecting. What would they need to access those funds for $200,000 or more?
Not a problem. As you know, with anything else, especially for financial institutions, we are regulated. So once you are receiving over $200,000 or $200,000 or more, we ask that you come with the relevant information. It's just a little extra due diligence that we have to do. That includes a proof of address. Now, your proof of address can be your water bill, any utility bill, your internet bill. It could even be a bank statement that would have been, mailed to your home. Anything that proves that you live at that address. If you don't have such a bill or so in your name, we also accept a letter from a JP stamped to verify that you have been living at this address. And we also ask that you make sure that your ID is valid. In some instances, we may ask you for proof of use. Again, these are just regulatory guidelines that we have to follow. And we try to let our customers know ahead of time so that when they get to the locations, it's a seamless transaction for them.
Lovely. Now, right now, Daniel, let me tell you what I go on. Right now, the people, them excited. You ready? We're ready to go. So what I want you to do for me right now is just to share some contact information, it go. And also, can you share also the locations that you guys have island-wide?
Oh my gosh. DJ Shellz, if I should share the locations, we'll be on here until forever.
Nice. We like that sound.
But it's over 130 locations, as I said before, in every parish. Every parish. And if they make Portmore a parish, we in Portmore too.
Yes.
But I'm just saying, we have over 130 locations. If you would like, for customers who would like to call, we have a toll-free number. It's 888-527-2274. And they can visit our website, lascojamaica.com/financial. Right? We're also on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
What?
Yes, we're there.
All right.
So you can reach out to us through our social media at Lasco Money as well.
Nice.
Danielle, I have to ask you before you go, though. We recently established sort of an arrangement with yourself and Bridge 99 FM. How has it been for you since this partnership was established?
Oh, it has been wonderful, Richie B. Thank you so much for asking. I want to also congratulate the Bridge team. Growing up in Jamaica, one of the things you grow up on is radio. And I think your lineup is one that hit close to home. And, it offers us the opportunity to extend to our family members in the diaspora, which is something that we really appreciate.
Yes.
And again, congratulations to the Bridge team.
Thank you so very much. Danielle Drysdale, great talking with you. And we look forward to having you again on the program sometime soon. Thank you so much.
Blessings, Danielle.
Thank you. Thank you.
She is the marketing manager at Lasco Financial Services Limited. Gentlemen, I was sent this and I thought I'd share.
All right.
Can you guess the most popular name in the following countries? In the US of A, for instance, most popular surname is Smith.
Okay.
Yeah?
All right.
Yeah.
In the US?
In the US.
Smith.
The most popular surname in New Zealand, believe it or not.
Campbell.
Which one?
Campbell.
No. It's actually Smith as well. Yes. Now, the most popular surname in China. It should not be too difficult.
What, Chin?
Akia Smith.
Huh?
Akia Smith.
No, it's not Smith. It's not Smith.
No, you're. Come on.
The most popular surname in China is actually Wang.
Wang. Okay.
Wang, yeah.
Okay.
Wang.
Oh, the Wang Dynasty.
All right. Now, there's a hint. The leader has a part of this name. The most popular name, the most popular surname in South Korea is Kim.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
In Argentina, it is Gonzalez.
Oh, not Messi. All right.
No, right.
In South Korea?
Yeah, Kim.
Makes sense.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I honestly thought it would have been not, meaning shot bots.
And the final one, the most popular surname in Egypt, believe it or not, it is Mohammed.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
But the big one, the most popular surname in the world. Think of the most popular country, most populous country. And the name that we just called.
What, India?
Wang.
Wang.
Oh, Wang?
The same Chinese name, yeah.
Wang?
Yeah, it is the most popular surname in the world. That's a fact.
So, that's interesting.
Well,
that's cool.
Yeah.
You know what, Richie? What would have been interesting to push it, to push the envelope a little further, check out and see how much of these Wangs are related.
Yeah.
All of them.
I think all of them are.
All of them. Might as well.
Yeah?
Goes to that.
Yo, it's a Wang clan.
Wang clan.
It's a Wang clan. I want to tell you when me a breeze a wonton.
Yo,